Wait a minute. There you go. Well, at least my sound's working, but I didn't have a picture. Oh, we'll get it right. We'll get it right in the end. Good morning, everyone. My name's Steve Hay, and this is a woodworking masterclass workshop. Welcome to the workshop, the mayhem, the magic, and all that goes along with the wonderful world of woodworking. Jared, good morning. Randy, g'day. How are you, mate? G'day, Six Nods. Chad, Trevor, Louise, Ray, Max. Oh, it's all happening. You've got no idea how much I'm looking forward to this. I wake up in the morning and think, oh yeah, we're going down to the workshop. I'm all excited. As you can tell, I was a bit busy yesterday after I stopped streaming. Had a much more success. Oh, here he comes. Hang on. I've had me breakfast, so he can... Come on, Bob. Come on. You can sit down, you can have brekkie. There you go. There you go. Where are you? Just people just sign on just so they can watch you eat, you know. And I know it's something he doesn't do very often. The size of him. Oh, he's a good pup. Yeah, I had a better day when I knocked off than I did the day before. At least things went right for me yesterday, which I'm very happy about. So I've joined I've got one more to do that I found. I joined all these together. G'day Wombat, g'day Jeff. And I've got to put these through the sander. These are all the stands for the boxes. Put these through the sander and then we'll go over to the router and put the round over edges on them. I've done a bit more on that box. We had to put the solid edging on, so that's the first thing I'll do is put the rest of that solid edging on, I think. Then we can whack these through the sander. Then we might knock off the bow ties that we did the other day. Look at that. I hope I've got enough. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10 when that gets fixed, 11, I need one more. Oh, that's a pain. Oh no, 12, I've got them all, I've got to glue this one together. Ah, dear oh dear. He's, look at that. What a tart. Comes in, has a feed and nicks off. Good on ya. You're a good dog. Won't shut the doors and won't take the empty bowl up to put it in the dishwasher. Wait a minute, while I'm over here, I'm finishing decanting all that, ebonising liquid we've done over the last few days. There you go. There's 6 litres. I'm just doing another 2 litre bottle there, so we're ready to rock and roll. What I didn't start yesterday, which I realised, was the pressure pot, so we'll definitely do that today. So there are things to be done. Well, and that was what I did too. We've got to cut those out. Put that there for the moment. And these, I put newspaper on all of these, so might cut those first. It's going to be easy job to do first up. Oh, that broke. There you go. Well, that happens. You get that in a big job. And I didn't get around to doing my brand, but I shall do that in the next couple of days. And as I said, I'll video it. I'm actually going to do it on the Herald Coronet wood lathe, which isn't a metal lathe, but I can get it slow enough that I can do what I have to do to fix that, so that'll all be done. Got the bow ties to knock back on the picture frame. Got another chair to do. Never a shortage of things to do around this place, I tell you. And then Susie will be down with her embroidery thought for the day, whatever that may be. Got to do some flocking, and I don't know, most of you would have seen what I'm going to use, but I'm going to actually do spray painting inside here instead of having to go outside and do it. But I've got an extraction system set up. Okay, now, the theory with this is I can run this on the router now. Oh, I wish that tar to stop pinching the camera. I can run that on the router and that's glued. So that's nice and firm. And hopefully, that'll round over and take the newspaper with it. Does that, I'll be happy. Prunella, g'day. T-Bone, hi, how are you? And Trevor, you're already there. I've got you before. So, oh, have we got any mods out there? Ray, you're a mod, aren't you? Moderator. And John. What I'm finding is a couple of references to the you-know-what came up in the chat room yesterday, and YouTube, because they're running automated, they've cut the chat out for yesterday's screen for anybody that wants to read it at a later stage. So if anyone posts, and it doesn't have to be malicious, it's just if they mention the word CV19, the bots or whatever they got running around, the algorithms will cancel the chat out. And I've had a couple of messages from people asking why the chat isn't available, because a lot of them want to know what's going on in the chat room, especially when I defer to it and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So if anyone does mention it, if there's any mods out there, or if anyone would like to be a mod of this channel, please let me know and I will definitely do it for you right away. And yeah, from what, and YouTube does apologise, and they said, look, we understand we're cutting out some people that are not breaking the community rules, but because it's all done by automation, yeah, that's happening. So there you go. I think Noah enjoyed his experience yesterday when he brought my scones down. Tell you what, I'm getting a good list of things I'm going to have to buy when I'm allowed to shoot up to the hardware shop, which is going to be nice. I'm not running out, but I am running low. I always like to have a lot of extra stock of whatever it is I use. But quite frankly, the delivery system is brilliant. I have bought a lot of stuff, and I mean a lot of stuff, on eBay recently, and it's all getting delivered on pretty double quick smart time. I'm busting to try that out. I'm pretty sure it'll work. I hope it works. Oh, it's not so that, no, it's not so much that, T-Bone. What it is unfortunately there's some people out there that are using the medium for malicious content, or dare I say scaremongering, and therefore I think YouTube is being responsible. It's inconvenient, but instead of monitoring every single one that goes up. The algorithm just bang, you're gone. And if you read the press release that YouTube put out, it is very, very fair, and they do apologise to the 99.9% of presenters that are doing the right thing. But unfortunately, as always, it's always the odd bad apple in the bunch that stuffs it for everyone else. Hang on. I'm not cutting and reading at the same time. So I was thinking of you last night, Prunella, when I was cutting all these bits up, and your comment, oh, if it's repetitive, it's due for injury, and I was playing these stupid scenarios in my mind. Oh, what if I cut myself badly? Oh, wouldn't I cop it in the chat room? Dear. I'm trying to catch up, but gee whiz, people are coming in quick. It's good. Chat mates, that's a nice one. I like that, T-Bone. Chat mates. Morning, Brian. Chad, I think you came in early, didn't I say? Yeah, I said good morning to Chad. That's a bonus for me, Brian. I want to see my grandkids. I'll go up to the house. Oh, speaking of which, I don't think I got to sleep until about 2 o'clock last night, because I was figuring stuff out in my brain, which in the light of day I could figure out instantly, but when you're semi-comatose, it's hard to work it out. And then, 20 to 1, I got not the worst cramp I've ever had, but a severe cramp right up in my hamstring. Oh, and I had to get out and walk around the yard for about 20 minutes before it went. Oh, and then I had to make the kids turn their lights out because they think, Nanny and Papa, they're old, they'll go to sleep early so we can stay up late. No! Louise, whoa, we're going out to see Mum and Dad, workshop now. Watch you later. Okay, Louise, catch you later. Thanks for dropping in. What have we got another Bob visit. There's nothing else to eat here, mate. Truly. Wow, they're not messing around with the fines, are they? $50,000. Hang on, let me just shut the door. I'm going to set up, I don't know, I could set up an automatic closing, but it would have tension and he couldn't open it with his nose. So I guess I'll just have to do that. What did you order? A book about historical dress in the East that is Chinese. Oh, lovely. I got a nice book the other day. It's, I don't know what the guy's first name was. He's a bird expert, someone Gould. And his book of hummingbirds, all these beautiful watercolour illustrations, some of which I want to purloin and put into the hummingbird bed. It's nice when you get a nice thing like that. And the bonus was with that book when I bought it, because I bought it off of Amazon, I got a little coupon that I could have Amazon Music free for 3 months. Hence I've been flogging all the music. I'm sure my neighbours who live a fair way away can hear the music. Hang on, let me cut another one of these out. Oh, whoops, yuck. Now Louise is gone. Can I request you make a butterfly bow tie using a dovetail saw? No need to say. Yeah, okay, no worries. We shall do that because you asked me that, didn't you? In the comments. We'll do it. I've never done one before, but I'm sure I can do it. Can't be that hard. What sort of saw do you want me to use, T-Bone? Dovetail saw or gent saw or coping saw? You tell me. And I will do my best to accommodate. If I start to go off track, just pull me back in line and say, hey, do that butterfly joint. Give him a scratch, Bob. I give you the drum. I'll be quite happy when I finish these. But then I've got 12 other solid ones down there. But what I've decided I'll do with them is I'm going to make them into a cigar humidor. So if anyone wants cigar humidors, there'll be some for sale. Because they'll all be Spanish cedar. I know I've got the little humidifying buttons. I think I might even have some digital thermometers left. I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll get back in the chat room in a tick. See if I can catch up. And Brian, don't forget to remind me about batteries. They were all good a minute ago. Thanks. That's Prunella saying the chat will let me have it. Louise. Hey Martin, thanks for dropping in. From Argentina. Thank you very much. Dovetail or tenon saw. Or table saw. We do it on a table. No, do it on a table saw if you want to. It's easy. You just change the angle of the saw. Hula! Oh, there you go, hula! I remember that one. I actually hope there's a lot of people break the rules. Yeah, Trevor, I think I did that. I did that for Gregory Machinery. Hello, Alan, if you're watching. I think I did 14 or 13 joints you can do on a bandsaw. I actually could do 15, but the other ones I don't think people would use, so we kept it at 13. That's still up there, I think. It's one of the videos, bandsaw joints. Okay. If you're new here and you do like the channel, please hit the subscribe button because that would let me know that I'm getting more new people coming in. So if you're new and you'd like to, please hit the subscribe button. And thanks to everyone too that's joining the Woodworking Masterclass channel. I really appreciate that. Your moral support is definitely appreciated, and when you join, that helps me to keep this going because, as you can appreciate, I have to buy a few supplies now and again. Not that I've been able to, but I will. Okay, they're all done, so we can do them a little bit later. Now this is what I was working on yesterday. I did the top. Get that on there. I did the top live, and then when I was off air, I put these bits in on the edges. Now I've got to put these bits in here. So we'll do that now. And the ones that I cut wrong yesterday, that's fine because I can use them here so you don't waste anything. Says he, hopefully. Okay. Now this guillotine, you just don't cut right angles on it. You can... Isn't it marvellous? You always put stuff where you what you want to use next. You can swing this fence out and then that cuts 90 degrees. We'll double check to make sure that is 90 degrees. Because I don't trust marks on machines. I like to make sure that everything's copacetic. Nope, that's good. So I'm just going to mark that there. Then we'll cut that off. Oh! Okay, so that's nice and square. So I place that in there. Drop the knife on the floor, so I have to pick down and pick it up. Oh, there's a pencil. I'll pick that up whilst I'm down here. I'm trying to hold back the old man noises, but to no avail. Okay. Alrighty. See how close we get with that one. Yeah. 3:30 seconds off that. Nah, I was going to say I'll take another chop, but I won't. I will check. Gee whiz, that's close. There we go. That's close, but I'll just take a skerrick off. This one's not as important because it doesn't meet in a mitre. So if you do happen to cut it a little bit short, you can get away with it. But that's a nice fit in there. Same on t'other side. It's a bit woofy, so we'll give that one a miss. And that might do the ends. Okay, cut this one off. Square. Oh, you won't go mind up, dog. Would do. Love you to pieces. Fair dinkum. What's the mural? Let's do another. Fill up this vinegar bottle. Who said men can't multitask? I'm not saying we multitask and get it right. Okay, cut that about there. Whoop. Masking tape's so handy for things like this. Did you friction fit the uprights too. Yes. Yeah, it's actually it was a good demonstration. I can't do that with these because obviously they just go straight in. But it is a friction fit. Penelope's talking about is I use hide glue, which hopefully my glue pot's on. Yep, and you rub it like this, and all of a sudden it locks. It goes and it locks, which is really good. I really think I need me Mr. Magoo glasses here, but she'll be right. Well, I bet you I took too much off that. Oh no! Lucky, lucky, lucky. Just a skerrick. Whoop. Might go 2 skerricks. There we go. That one's in, and we do 2 ends. These are the ones I cut wrong yesterday, and they are going to be too short. No, that's all right. We'll use one of these instead. Oh, there's one I can use. Maybe. I don't know. Whoop. Ah. You don't want to have them too tight that they're going to force the other pieces out, but you don't want them too loose either that you've got a gap that you've got to fill. There you go. And gee, that is close. No. Not gonna even go there. Whoop, come here. Okay. That's about 3/16 of an inch has got to come off that. And there you go. All right, all done. So now I can glue these in. I might just take a whisker off that one. It's just a tad. Tad tight. Okay. That one. There you go. Oh, I've got that one there. Hang on, what am I doing? Oh, okay. That's there, that's there, that's there. Make sure I haven't got any tape in the way, like I have there. It's all got a bit of glue here, so we'll just clean that off. That's the important thing you have to be mindful of when you're putting these end pieces in, is to make sure that the surface under here, where the top is clean, because you'll get a glue bubble there, so you have to clean that off with a chisel so you get a nice clean join where that butts up against it. Okay. I'll whack your glue in there. Again, this is another reason I love high glue. Now, if you've got any crappy bits, have them on the inside because you're not going to see them. So what you want, the exposed edge, you might have a bit of torn grain or something, put that onto the inside. And then you've got nice facing. You can actually, with this piece, you can get away with 3 rotten faces because this is going to have a plinth put over the bottom, so you won't see that either. Oh yeah, oh good. You got it the right way around, Trevor. I'm the one that has to take tea and bickies into Susie. That's it. She said the day doesn't begin until she's had 2 Tin Tams and a cup of tea. I actually put that to the test once. I was in the office and she came. She was asleep, to be honest. And she came in at 9 o'clock. She said, "Well, where's me tea?" Oh, that was right. I'd got up and got my coffee because she was still asleep. And then I got on with some editing work or whatever it was I was doing. And, do I get me cup of tea? I said, "No, you're not in bed anymore." Oh, she said, "I'll fix that," and went back to bed. Oh, dear. Now, where's that coming from? No, that's all right. Just saw a gobule of glue. Isn't that a lovely word? Gobule of glue coming through, but it was coming from somewhere else. And make sure it's in there nicely into the corner, or else what happens is you get unsightly gaps between the solid edging and the side of the box if it's not in there square. It's Queensland walnut. I like it, but oh, Jesus, stinks. There we go. That's it. It's amazing how much strength you can get out of this masking tape. This is just the normal stuff. It's not the super duper painter's one. It's just the normal rubbishy one you buy. I am particular with the brand though. I do like Scotch brand. I've found some of the cheaper ones don't really live up to expectations. Okay, let's do a bow tie. Put this back here. Oh. Have I got any other questions? But I might as well take the door out of a doggy door for Bob. You've seen the size of him? We've got one in the laundry and he pokes his head through, pulls it out and looks at you and go, "You're kidding, right?" He'll take the screen door off. Thanks, Martin. I'm an amateur as well. We're all amateurs. Well, actually, if I do a paid job, I'm a furniture maker, and if I don't, I'm retired. but I do the same thing. And yeah, Thingo made those too. Grandson made those. Where are we up to? What's up? The chat keeps flying up the screen. To my ears, the Aussie place names and areas sound pretty funny. What about Tangangalanga and Yakandanda and, well, there's another couple around there. Bullawheeler, Thargomindah. See, they're all good names, aren't they? And I live in Flagstone. The only Spanish seed I've ever used are X4 classical guitars. Yeah, that's what they're used for, but I use mine in humidors as well. Time to put the tools down, I think. Just spent the last 10 minutes hunting for a marking gauge. Mate, you're not the only one, Jeff. You've seen me. G'day, Lucas. Sliding in. John, g'day. John, are you still a, what do you call it? Moderator for this? It's just that if we get that certain words mentioned, they kill the chat. I'm going to have to, if there's anything that I've missed, any questions to me, please ask them again, because I'm just going to have to shoot right down to the bottom. Hi, Dennis! Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but no, you shouldn't do that, Prunella. You should just let yourself be. Oh, Bob, for goodness sake, you're worse than a child. All right, I'm leaving the door open. I'm over it. I'll get her to embroider that. Hide the crappy bits on the inside, all right? Remind me when she comes down. Oh, dear. Oh, you're going on to the nouveau flavours of Tim Tams, mate. Oh, I'm boring. I stick with the tried and trues. My favourite's the dark, and Susie likes chewy caramel and double choc. Although I must admit, double chocs, whew, that they are irresistible. Yeah, left masking tape on too long. Yes. It's not nice, is it? What did I use to get rid of? Actually, that stuff I clean the boxes up is meant to do that. That cleaner and degreaser that gets the old masking tape off. Generally, I use the cabinet scraper, just a card scraper to clean it up. Oh, you're a mod on Twitch. Would you like to be a mod on this too? Because that way, if anyone mentions that thing, just take the comment out. Be nice. Don't tell them they've done anything wrong. It's just Twitch is knocking the chats out. Hey, Tim Tams, it's fine, mate. All right, I'm up to date. Now, what do we want? Let's get a bit. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I don't want to use that bit. What did I had a bit here before. What did I do with that? I had a bit of Spanish cedar. I pulled it out earlier. What did I use it for? What was that before I was streaming? Oh dear. My little pile of rubbish is getting smaller and smaller by the day. And then I throw it all away, and then it all comes back again. Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, here we go. This'll it. Aha. See, I knew we cut a spare yesterday. All right, so you get a bit of timber, or you can rip that down with a saw if you do so desire. and then we'll draw it on there. Let's come a bit closer. Oh, thank you. All right, you're done. That's it. So if you see anyone mentioning that word we're not meant to mention, if you can just knock the comment out, that'd be great, John. I appreciate that. Thanks, mate. You too. You're a moderator, aren't you, Ray? I think you are. Aduro? Aduro? I'm sorry I can't pronounce that properly. But welcome to the workshop anyway. What about the painter's masking? I see lots on YouTube. Yeah, the thing with painter's tape, apart from being 4 or 5 times the price, it'll stay on for 14 days and you can take it off without sticky residue. So it's all good stuff, I guess. Martin, I love that you sing. What do I? I don't even know that. Oh dear. Yeah, it has to be. I reckon it'd be cheaper getting a roller door with the remote, Max. I do. I haven't seen My Fair Lady since I was about 12 years old. But anyway. Oh, well, thanks, Ray. You're doing a sterling job. G'day, Jacob. How are you, mate? Oh, there you go. What a bonus, Jacob. Oh, you're just up the road too. That's a big store up there at Oxley, isn't it? Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. You are one too. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot we didn't bring them all over. All right. So, look, just draw it any way you like. There you go. It doesn't have to be precision or anything. So we'll just do this freehand. And there you go. Okay, I'll use a gent saw. That one hasn't got a set on it. Oh, that's got a set. Normally I used to use it for years. For years I was using this as a dovetail saw, and what I do is rub a sharpening stone along there and take the set off so it gives you a very fine cut. This has got a set on it, which is what I want on this one. And then I change over to Japanese saws, and now of course my favourite dovetail saw, the Lee Nelson. Anthony, thank you so much. I'll have to talk to Anthony, see if we can get him on the show live. Let's put this in here. And we'll cut down at an angle, and we'll bring this one around so you can have these two. Oh, look at this. Hey? Channel 9, eat your heart out. Okay. So I'm just following this angle here. Down till about the end of it. Then on the other side, same deal. Try not to take your fingernail off, like I almost am. Turn her upside down. Same deal, come in on the side. Till you get that wedge out, like that. Same on this side. Decent bit of... Might have to put... Yo! The boss is here. Oh, gonna have to put another set of jaws in here in a minute. And I'll just finish this, darling. They're all hanging to see what you've got an order for. We've got to do one for tomorrow. Okay. Called... Oh, I've got to find it. What is it? Leave all the crappy bits on the inside or something. Put all your crappy bits on the inside. Oh dear.
So yeah, no problem, hon, no hurry.
No, well that's good because I don't work well under pressure. You know that.
No, I do know that.
I was telling them I forgot your tea one day and you came in the office and said, hey, where's my tea? And I said, you're not in bed. And so he said, well, I'll fix that and went back to bed.
Can I sit here?
Yeah, you can. You can come up here. There you go, T-Bone. All right, easy peasy. I'll send it to you. Oh, look at this. Forget Steve. No, don't worry about that. Lucas, hi Sir Brian, hi Sir Prunella, hi Sir Six Knots, hi Sir Martin. Watch your fingers. Thank you. So he was concerned about thank you, Martin, from the heart. Wombat, hi Sir. 6 knots. 6 knots is where's the scones. Dear, oh dear. Max says good morning. Wants to know how your magic needlework is going. Jeff says hi Sue. T-Bone. That was your saying, Steve. You have to claim it, not me. All right. Yeah, but you all liked it. What was it? I've forgotten. Put the crappy bit, leave the crappy bits on the inside or put the crappy bits on the inside. I don't know. If someone can tell me whatever it was I said, I'll fill out an invoice and send it up to the sewing department. Hello, darling. How are you? Come say good day to the peoples. Oh, crikey, that's a bit there you go. Yes, what have we got today?
Well, we have our
Saying for the day. Oh, I like that one. That one's good. Here we go. You ready? No, we'll do it this way. Are you ready? I might frame that one. Because we've all got choices. Today, I choose joy. The only thing, if I said today I choose joy, she said, fine. Where does she live?
Joy.
Yeah. Just, she's like that. That's beautiful. I love that blue. No, I'm just...
Oh, okay.
No, go on. This is your segment. Sue's segment. Sounds like a bar of chocolate. You come in segments.
I didn't bring the reading pillow today, but the way the world has gone, I thought I'd make a couple of masks.
Hey, how good's that? I like that. I reckon you should embroider them. And on the... darn, lost me teeth. Look, I'm really ugly.
I thought bunny rabbit teeth.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Or a big set of kissing.
Yeah.
Pink lips.
Big lips.
Big lips. So Mick Jagger would buy them. Well, we'll give Mick a call. Hang on, I'll give him a ring. Oh dear, hang on. What have we got here? Profound. Oh, Mark says, g'day Bundy, how are you, mate? Mark says, profound. I choose, and the first thing that went through my head was, I choose you, Pikachu. Oh dear, hang on, let me go. Just joined the good morning to you all. Oh, there you go. Were you waiting for it to come on, mate? Yeah, good on you. Profound. Who's joy? That's just cat's out of the bag now, isn't it? A Sue segment. We should have that. I'll work on it if I ever get time to scratch myself. I'll work on an intro for Sue segment. Da 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 dum, boom, da 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 dum. Oh, okay. What about Eye of the Tiger? We could do that.
Yeah.
Sue is so handy. Oh yeah, she makes scones. Oh, I tell you, we finished another old pile of trifle last night.
But I made another one this morning.
Trifle? Uh-huh. Did you, which fridge did you put? Don't put it in that fridge where that other kid knows where they are. Come in last night. Oh, is there any trifle left? Anyway, hang on. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just filling me thing up. Because she can. Well, what I could do is I could do a different... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
So, no, I decided that seeing there was almost none left, like a teaspoonful left from yesterday's, I'd make another one today. So it's all ready for him for tonight.
I could live on that.
I know you
Oh, my God.
No, guys. Oh, not another trifle, Nan. I said, what do you want? You eat nothing.
Yeah, what did Anthony say? Oh, yes, more trifle.
Probably. I've now got to make more jellies.
Steve looks like a doctor. Oh, could I have some fun with that? No, I'm not going there. It's a family show. They look adorable. There you go.
I don't know where it is.
Dracula. Couple of fangs. G'day, Derek.
Yeah. I've heard that within Australia, the medical fraternity can't get enough of them, so I might do a few and take them to the medical centre where we go.
Well, yeah, because they're washable, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
You can put the doctor's names on. Dr. Matt.
Yeah.
Dr. whatever her name is.
Maria.
Yeah, that was it. I was just thinking of something else.
But yeah, so they're completely washable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's growing, isn't it, Mark? It's terrific. Oh, it's great. It'll delete the chat from the vid. Yes, that's what it does. When a lot of people enjoy the chat, especially when Sue gives me such a hard time. You know, you're living in the right house, you're living on the right side of Australia, you don't want to be here. Ask Sue to read the comments while you work. There you go. You want to give up 3 hours of your day? See that them masks would be no good for me.
Much time, I'd stream myself.
They would fall off my face.
Well, we can do smaller ones.
Doesn't matter, mate. If you haven't got any ears, we just put a couple of thumbtacks in the side of your head. It's all right. I tell you what, Chopper Reed couldn't have them, could he?
No.
No, we'll have to work something else for him. Oh, do you realise that we're...
The other thing is you can put stuff at the back of your head.
Oh, sorry. No, that's... Brian said, do you realise when all this rubbish is over, we're coming to your place for some tucker?
Probably.
Tell you what, you'll have to help with the washing up because we haven't washed any of the bowls. She's just making trifle in a different bowl every time. Yeah, that's it. 7 dwarfs all in the bath feeling happy, and Happy got out. So then they all felt grumpy. No, okay. Shush. Give Sue her own mic. Well, no, it's not going to happen. If I can't have a Joy, she's not having a mic. End of story. She'd have a mat, though. Oh, go. You know, a doormat. What is your preferred type of wood, Bob? Oh, actually, he
likes them all.
He likes them all. He's got expensive taste. He likes chewing ebony. He likes boyaka. Not too fond of sandalwood. Enjoys oak. Yeah, he'll whittle anything.
Yeah, all the dad jokes are starting. That's right.
It's called...
Don't get him started.
Shed fever. Oh, dear. I didn't used to do them until the kids expect them of you.
Meanwhile, if Steve and Trace are watching...
Oh, yeah, there you go. Can I say hello to them?
You can.
Hello.
I don't know whether they're watching, but they've...
Oh, they'll watch later on. Loves his glue, yeah, it doesn't matter what, Tim, he'd eat MDF if it had glue on it. Alfredo, good morning. Oh, no, yeah, you're right there, Ray. No, give that a flick. All right.
All right, I'll leave now and go.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Hang on, where's me whatnot? Hang on, let me just. Oh, that one with Louise yesterday was, can you embroider her name on her bowling shirt?
Probably.
Whereas the text came through, can you embroider her mane on a blowing shirt?
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Hey, that looks cool.
That looks nice, doesn't it? What do you reckon? We might change sayings.
Yep, that's fine.
I reckon we should hide your crap on the inside. That's nice. I quite like that. I was going to do a dark frame for that, but I think that's nice. We might leave that light.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Well, thank you, Puddin'.
All right, bye, everyone.
Kiss a mooch.
Catch you tomorrow.
And she came down last night at 7:45 in a nightie and stood at the door and I took one look and I recognised that I'd better stop working, didn't I?
He got the look.
I did, but it was a caring the look, not a you're in the a look.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I love you to bits in the back.
I love it.
All right,
Catch you later.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
It's Schmick. I love that. I love Schmick. I was going to call me chopping boards Schmick, but someone's already registered, so I can't. Hey, Mike. Hang on. Where did we go? Did we got that on? Oh well, there you go, Mike. I'm pleased we can help. Half past 10 at night. I reckon I should. Hey, I will. I'll ask Chook to come down and she can read these because then I can work. That's a great idea. Either that or I'll get one of the grandkids down here. 8:30, that's in the evening, I'm guessing, Randy? Yeah. Oh, that's a cleaned up version of the look I get, Ray. 2:30 in the morning in Finland. Honestly, Prunella, you should be asleep. I know. How did you go last night? Did you get asleep? What sort of timber is the frame? Yeah, Spanish cedar. Or cigar box cedar. Kids are finally in bed. Phew! Yeah, isn't that? Oh, although when you get to our age, the kids, nah. I don't care what time they go to bed, providing I'm in bed by 8 o'clock, that's it. What did we watch last night? Oh, the Tower Heist with Eddie Murphy and Ben Stiller and Alan Alda and yeah, it's a good movie. All right. Hang on, I'm going to go and check my batteries. Vape 1. Oh. Okay. I've got 1 bar left there, so give me another half an hour on that. And I'll change them over if we go flat. I'm running 2 there. I don't know why one drains more than the other. I haven't worked that out. Oh, that's not nice, Ray. I've got a lot of friends over in Scandinavian countries. Sweden and Norway and Finland and Denmark. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Brian. Yep, it's the body language. Now, individual, Prunella, individual. G'day, where's Harry? You're my brother. Doing well. God bless you. It's good stuff. Been seeing some of the videos you put in, or the posts you putting up. You keep up that good work. That's something I would love to see, the Northern Lights. Okay, let's knock these off. So we'll start out, if I can find the... I was going to that's what I was going to do. I was going to sharpen the hand plane today, block plane. We'll knock these off. So we'll go there. I'll just plane these down. I'll plane them down to just above the glue because the glue isn't really the nicest thing for the plane blade. And then we'll knock the rest off with a sander. And I was going to do these with this frame with Van Dyke crystals and make it dark brown. But with that new saying Susie just brought down, I think the frame looks better light. So we might just oil it and see how we go. Okay. Let's knock these back. How did you... we did it by hand, Wes. The actual insert, I marked it out with a knife, and then I registered the knife lines with a chisel. Then I did take the bulk out with a very, very small router bit. It's about a 1/16 of an inch, which is that very fine one there. I could have used a thicker one, it was just that was in the router at the time, so I couldn't be bothered changing. And if you remember yesterday, I said we had some dents in here where the hold down was, and I put some water on it. Those dents have come right out. So we just clean that up. And there you go. Apart from using the router to remove waste there and doing that bit of sanding, it's all done by hand. So the entire frame was all done with moulding planes, and everything else was done with hand tools. H&T Gordon planes, and we had Terry on the show, which was really nice of him to give up a bit of his time to say good day. I'm just going to now marry these corners over. Whoops. Marry these corners up. Now, if this was all perfect, I wouldn't have to wet it down, but now I'm using a bit of abrasive paper on it. I'm going to wet it down. Oh, hang on. No, I don't have to worry about that now because I'm not putting stain on it. I'll put oil on it. Normally I'd wet it down so it furs up, and then you sand it back, get rid of all the fur, do it again several times until you don't get any grain raising, and then you can put the stain on it and it'll stay nice and flat. I don't know if anyone likes smoking cigars. I really enjoy them. Haven't had one for years, but what I was going to say is, sanding this, the very fine dust that's coming off, some of it's going in my mouth, and it just tastes like a cigar. Oh, gee, it's nice. It's that sort of bitter, solid sort of taste that a cigar has when you taste them. So I do, normally, I don't know where it is, I have got a pipe. I must be up in the other shed. And a lot of times I'll put the pipe in my mouth, not to smoke, but with the pipe in my mouth stays shut, and therefore I'm not breathing any of this stuff through my mouth. It goes through your nose instead. So I think we might put Danish oil on this. We'll take a few coats. Danish oil? Yeah, why not? It'll take about a week of continually coating it until we get a thick enough finish. Got tung oil up there too, that's pretty good. What we'll do, not today, but I think I'll make an apron next week because I've had a lot of requests for those. So we might make an apron live on TV. This one's just about had the Richard, so I'll make a new apron. And also we'll do another picture frame and we'll do it, the whole lot on the router. Oh, scary stuff. And then we'll compare the two and see which you reckon looks nicer, the one that's totally handmade or one that's been machine made. The thing I don't like with router mouldings is they're symmetrical. Whereas if you're using hand tools, you can get really interesting different angles. And this is when I really wish I had my compressor, but I'll go back to the old-fashioned way. And I've just noticed how slack am I. Yeah, it's pretty good. That there's some machining marks here, so we might just run a plane over there and take those out. Which plane to use? Choices. Five and a quarter. I'm thinking. Whoops. I don't really want to put water in here if I'm going to oil this. Hey, you mongrel. I might have to. So I don't want to go too tight and crush the... There we go. Crush the moulding, but I don't want to put water on it because then I won't be able to put the oil on it, and I've got to follow the grain of the timber so I don't get any tear out on it. Yeah. And lucky last one should go the other way, I think. There we go, it does too. painty grain there. That's all right. And that gives a nice sharp edge there, which after saying that, I'm going to knock it off with a bit of 220. Just harass it so it's not super sharp. And same on the back. So I'm not actually rounding it over. I'm just taking that really sharp edge off. There we go. All right. Let's get some oil. See what I've got up here. Burnishing cream. Boiled linseed. That might look all right. It's one of the few occasions I'll use boiled linseed, but this would be nice because it thickens up quickly and it builds up quickly as well. I just have another bottle of the stuff down here, haven't I? Oh dear. Pale boil, there you go. I'll use that. See, it's easy to open, I think. There we go. Get the ubiquitous bit of rag. Before I do this, let me put that over there, put that over there, put that away. Put some more of this in here. Oh. It's coming to the end of it now, the solution that we've made. If that doesn't drain, I'll put a new filter in there. Okay. How many grits do you jump? What finishes on there? Look, I don't know what I did that at. 220 maybe, that was that one. And that's all I'm going to leave it at because I'm just going to do an oil finish. I will actually put this oil on with steel wool, if I can find some. No, I haven't melted it all. Wait a minute, let me see what I've got out. There you go, got some here. Look, providing it's smooth, if I'm doing a fine job and it's French polish or something or other, I will go to 400 grit and then I'll start putting the polish on, and then when I'm polishing I'll actually go up to, depending on the job, I'll go up to maybe 2,500 grit. As a rule, I think I stop at about 1,500, but I have gone up to 2,500. So let's see how this is going to look. Raw linseed is, no. The thing is, they say it's food grade, but if you have a look, I've actually got one. I did have one. Where did I put it? I was using it the other day. If you have a look, especially Digger's brand, it's got poison down the side. And I actually rang up Diggers. I said, listen, I'm using your raw linseed. I've been using it for ages. I just noticed it's got poison on it. And they said, yeah, it's not food grade. They actually do put some additives with it. Food grade that you buy from the health food shop, it will go off in a week or so. It'll start to get mould on it. Whereas the raw linseed that you buy from the hardware shop has got additives in there to stop it from growing the mould. So, yeah, but in all honesty, I've put it on chopping boards to no ill effect. But to be on the safe side, I now just use whatever cooking oil Susie's got in the pantry. And again, you get the boffins and the experts out there just, oh, you shouldn't use, what is it? Olive oil because it'll go rancid. Look, the amount you're putting on, and if you're using the board, it's going to get rubbed off and wiped off. So I don't see that as an issue. And I have never, ever had a chopping board that I've made and put oil on go rancid or go weird on me. I've got a bottle down here next to me. What's this? It might be canola oil. Yeah, there's canola oil. I use that, or you can use, well, canola I think is rapeseed oil, but they don't seem to sell as much when it's called rapeseed, so they call it canola. Grape seed is another one you can use. Sunflower oil. Any of them. The difference between raw and boiled is boiled has a drying agent in it. That's why it builds up and dries nicely. I'm not going to go on the inside here. I'm not going to go on the inside here because that's where the glass is going to sit when I finally get to pulling it out of the shed that it's in. But this will take a couple of days for us to continually putting this on to get a really nice finish. And the idea of the steel wool when you're putting on, it abrades the timber and actually gets the oil to go in deeper. So when you come to do your final one, you just use a very soft cloth. Yeah, I think that's looking quite presentable. Okay, we'll put that one over there and then we might go and do some sanding. Oh, where are we up to? Oh. Look, if you don't, if it's got air in it over a very long period of time, you know, we're talking a year, a couple of years, you see how that's all gone scungy at the top, but if you hear it, it's still liquid underneath. It will solidify and go hard. That's the same with any of the oils, tung oil, Danish oil, finishing oil, what other oils I've got over there? Linseeds, tung, yeah, they'll all go a bit strange over time. Chemistry, I need to look into the chemistry of ebonising, James. Someone mentioned tannin, so is it probably a complex between iron and the tannin? I'll say, yeah, no, that's all it is. It's the tannin in the timber reacts with the iron and turns it black. So, if you get a timber like Tasmanian oak, for example, which is a eucalypt, not a real oak, and it won't darken up. So what you do is you make up a batch of cold tea, strong, cold, black tea. Soak your timber in there for a couple of days, take it out, let it dry, then whack it in the eboniser, she'll go black because the tannin from the tea will seep into the wood and that is enough to react with the ebonising solution. There you go. Yeah, carefully exposed. Look, I have heard that so often, Julian, I've never seen it happen. But just to be on the safe side, yep, I always, especially raw linseed, I'll throw it outside. Bob is the dog. Who asked for Bob? Yeah, but Bob gets more fail mail than me. Yeah, nah. I'm just catching up. Yeah, mineral oils are very popular. I've got some of that. Nathan from Mind Your Own Beeswax sent me up a bottle of mineral oil to try, which we will do later on. No, I don't have problems with olive oil either. There's an answer to that, Brian, but I'm not going to say it. All right, let's go over to... Oh, hang on, I'll just glue this one up first. You would have enjoyed watching the experience of me gluing these up last night, I tell you. Oh, dear. There was one, he just did not want to play the game. And then I had them all rubber band, like I'm going to do this one, up. And a couple of them, the rubber band slipped off. And I'm working doing the paper gluing on those hearts. And all twang! 4 bits of timber go flying off the bench, rubber band goes somewhere else. But there you go. All happens. Oh, it's all good. Okay, let's put this one together. And then we'll go over to the sander and sand the other ones. And go over to the router. Paramedics on standby. And router the edges, and then I've got to come back and hand plane the sides, you mutt. Hand plane the sides of the boxes that I haven't done yet, and then round them over on the router. So we're going to use the router a lot. And this has got a twist in it, which is a real pain. But we'll see, here we go. Can be a challenge and a half, I think. Got to have strong hands, very high boiling point, and a wide hand span really helps. Oh no, got a twist in that. Where's me? There we go, that'll do that. Okay, let's go to the sander. Here's the sander, and I'll take the other camera over and we'll sand these flattish. Move Susie's rocking chair out of the way. I'm hoping to get that cane very, very soon so I can put the cane seat in. Because it's her birthday soon, and I promised her this is one chair that we did the other day. I've got another few to do. Oh, but that's fixed, ready to go over the fence to my next door neighbour. And she'll swap me for another one. Let me just put a new filter in this, and then we've just about got all that ebonising solution sorted. Where's the one I just pulled out? Yeah, I mean, this is, when you clean it, this is all the gunk that you're cleaning out. That's all the leftover bits of iron and everything, so we're getting nice, clean fluid. I don't know where I put them. Oh, there you go. So yeah, by getting all that muck out, it will still work if you leave that muck in there, but if you can get it just to a solution like that, it's much nicer. And then, well, I want to put that pressure pot together too before we do much else. Let's go there. I'll go over, turn the sander on, and we can start doing those. So I'll be away from the chat for a little bit. Mods, if you can keep your eye open for that particular phrase, that would be wonderful. And I'll go over to the sander. Turn the Dusty on. I've got a 80 grit belt in here. I would prefer 100 grit, but at the moment I don't have any, so that's something I have to order next week from Kerry, the sandpaper man. And there's every chance that some of these could fall apart when they're going through here. It's just the nature of the beast. You'll notice not too much is happening. There's not much sanding happening, but that's okay, because some of these might have different high spots, and I would prefer to approach them gradually rather than ripping straight in. I'll go down 1/4 of a turn, which is 1/4 of a millimetre. And do them again. Just kissing it at the moment. You can hear there's a little bit more action happening there. Take it down another 1/4 of a turn and we should get a lot more. Just under 1/4 of a turn now, I think. Okay, now they've been flattened on one side. I'll turn the whole lot over and we'll just go a touch on the other side, and then they should be nice and flat. Only about a half a turn. Half a turn, I mean half a quarter of a turn. Just going to check those mic batteries. I just got a friendly little tap on the shoulder. So, let me have a look, see. Oh, no, that's all right. I'll do one more time and go quarter of a turn again. So I'm missing some of it. Just checking to make sure that they're all nice and flat, which they seem to be. Okay. Watch out for the vertigo. Turn the dusty off. Okay, now they're all done. See you, Martin. Where do you put the bread in the top of the conveyor belt? Hey? Oh. All right, now I'm back. Where's Ray? Doesn't matter how many's watching. If only one of you is watching, I'd still be here. There you go. All right, now I've got to move this, which I don't want to, because as soon as I do it, rubber band might spring off, but there again, it might not. Okay. Now I'll put this one over here. Okay. Now, just going to hit it with 100 grit sandpaper, and then we'll go over to the router. Did I say that word? And route the edges. Oh. Geez, I'll tell you, in the last, what's this, day 8? The last 8 days, crikey, we've covered some stuff. Okay, here we go. We'll check that sanding bag too, it should be full by now. In an ideal world, I would do this on the drum sander, but I don't have a fine enough belt. All I'm going to do is sand the top, and then I'll route it, and then I can do the bottoms later on. So at the moment, it's just the tops that are getting sanded. So pick out which is the nicest one. For example, that's got a bit of rubbish in there, bit of tear out, that can go to the bottom. So this is the top, so that's what we'll do. Steve, I respect the request that you make Prunella a moderator too. We need, well, it's up to Prunella. Prunella, would you like to be a mod? More than happy to have you on. Dennis ran out and painted my new workshop floor really good. Good on ya! Does that mean yes, Prunella? Because I'm going to do it. Where are you? There you go. By the power vested in me by Woodworking Masterclass, I now ordain you as a moderator. Anything you don't like, my dear, you just get rid of it. That's a good call, Ray. Okay, sorry, you'll try again. I will try again, mate. What is a good timber to use for chopping boards as I can see me making... Mate, honestly, Max, any timber. What I'm going to do, I've got a stack of offcuts and different size stuff out on my joint, on my thicknesser. I thought last night what I'll do is I'll machine them all down the same size and we'll have a species chopping board. There you go, so you can see it doesn't matter. I don't like pine, but apart from pine, cedar wouldn't make a good one either because it's too soft. Anything's got a bit of oomph to it. I'm still in the workshop listening to Steve. Oh, and cooking sausages and eggs. Oh, well, good on you. You sent me a photo. I'm hungry. Yum. Oh, that's all right. I trust you implicitly. You nearly had to moderate yourself there, Ray. Yeah, Jarrah and Tassie Oak looks nice. Oh, that's it. Yeah, Lady Prunella. Oh, what am I up to? Don't mention I hate that particular. I won't go there. Awful stuff. See, you're lucky you can't smell this. Three to go. Yeah, red gum will be okay. Bit hard to work, but it'll work. Are you still doing? Mate, no, I used to run a school I had at Burleigh, which would have suited you fine, but at the moment I'm not running classes. But having said that, if there's anything you want to know that I can demonstrate, let me know and I'll demonstrate it live, without rehearsal and without outtakes. ask one. Have you tried the sandpaper that... Yeah, great stuff. I've got it here. I love it. This Arbornet, is that what you're talking about? Or Abranet, I think it's called. There's a couple of different oh, that hurt. Oh, so there's different. It was just a back twinge. That's what's that? HG. This is Merca Abranet, which is beautiful. Look at that. It's really, really nice stuff to use. I've had sheets of 100 that I've been using for nearly 2 years and it still works. It's just this other stuff, I've got a box of it and I prefer to just use it up. Then I'll never have to see it again. But yeah, it's good stuff. And with this Merca sander, as I showed the other day, it's got multiple holes, so you don't have to mess around to line holes up. You just throw it straight on. And see all this stuff here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, all this stuff. If I hover this above it, see how effective it is at picking stuff up? That's a Merca sander. Christian from Japanese Tools Australia. I should give him a buzz. I won't do it today because it's Saturday, but I might give him a buzz next week and see how he's travelling, if he's still getting stuff online and what have you. Okay, that's all done. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Oh, look, yeah, Julian, there's a lot of woods that are, but what's toxic for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's not good for someone else. My particular nemesis is Brazilian mahogany. Oh, if I'm in the same suburb as that, I just break out and have a horrible allergic reaction to it. The other one in Australia, which is a pity, is Australian cedar, which I love, but I've worked with it for over 30 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, your body goes, nah. So if I have a cedar job, it's funny because Spanish cedar is the same gene sort of pool, and it doesn't affect me, but Australian cedar does. And I'm starting to feel the tingles. Actually, I'm getting a bit of a tingle out of that, of Queensland maple. So if I find a timber that I'm not, I've got a low tolerance to, I just take an antihistamine in the morning, and generally that'll get me 6 or 7 hours working, and then I'm right. But it's to be aware. I've got a friend that if he looks at blackbean, he has respiratory problems. Babinga's another one that's meant to cause nasty reactions. Western red cedar, but I've never had a drama with it. So yeah, it all depends really. Best abrasives, that's it. Thanks, Ray. Six knots. If you get a chance, some dovetail stuff. Yeah, we'll do some of that. Actually, I've got a job over there that I've got to put together. It's got dovetails, so we can do that. No dramas. I'd love a Merkur sander, but I think there's more expensive ones than that. But honestly, I've got a couple of the more expensive ones, but I like the Merkur better. It's got an on-off switch, which the other ones don't have. It's got a variable. Here we go. It's got an on-off switch. It's got variable speed control, minimum and maximum settings, and also it's variable speed in the lever. And it's light to use. It's really, really nice. David, g'day. I grew up working in a sawmill in Tennessee, White Oak. We made boils up and... Oh, there you go. Yeah, it seems to be the dust, doesn't it? You can work with the timber. I can work with most timbers if I'm using a plane, but as soon as you start getting the dust, that's what happens. It's a bit, ew. Camphor laurel. Yeah, have you ever, years ago, I went through a stage where I hated it, but now I've started woodturning again. I quite enjoy it because it does everything right. And if I ever had a head cold, I'd get a great big log, go out in the backyard, cut a bit off, turn it, about 15 minutes, you're on the ceiling. Whoa, oh, heady stuff. Let me know where you are, Brian. I'll slip over with a couple of chainsaws. We'll give it a tickle. All right, Brandy, we'll see you when you get back. Oh, okay. Let's go over to the dreaded router. And we'll do the roundovers on these plinths. And then I'll come back and do some hand planing. Actually, no, before that, I'll start on that pressure pot I was banging on about. Because, and I'll tell you for why and the reason and all the other stuff. Which one we want? That one, that's the one we want. Now, the last time I did this, I used a router in a vice that sent some people into apoplexy. So I thought, no, I'll use the router table if they prefer. I'm putting on the... We had George on the other day, the designer of these. iMuffs. Got him on the phone. Great young fella. Lives down in Sydney. And they can... They're earmuffs, but you put them over your eyes like that. Safety glasses as well. Because if you're anything like me, you wear one or the other. I'll put me custom-made ones on. There you go, look at that. There you go, George, if you're watching. Got me custom camos on. They say they go with my apron. Look at that. All right. Let's go. Mate, hang on, I've got to see who's... No, it's only got a little bit in it, don't worry. Yeah, I do. I'm meant to be out there today, actually, 6 knots, cutting some trees down, but it's in New South Wales, and I can't get there. And you know what? It's 1.4 kilometres into New South Wales. The property borders Queensland and New South Wales, and where I camp is 1.4 kilometres in the New South Wales border. But it'll still be there when I get back. Oh, you're in... That's all right, Brian. When it's lifted, I'll be down. I'll tell you what, we do a deal. You come up and eat Sue's tucker and bring some camphor laurel with you. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, good on you. Oh, dear. All right, let's go. Oh, now I'm not going to say one of these isn't going to explode because Every chance it can. Let's go. I've got a 1/4 inch shank router bit, got anti-kick blocks in there, and I'm using the fence, not the bearing. So we'll see how it works out. Oh. Let's rock and roll. Oh, there's a bit of whatever. Spacito I was looking for. These are great because they roll one way and they won't roll the other way, so it prevents any kickback that may occur. There we go. One done. Lucky last. that was a better outcome than the last time I used it. Oh dear. All right, we'll be back to that again shortly. Let's go back to the workbench and, actually, yeah, start, I'll show you this. I don't even know it's going to work, but I really don't care because I want to have a go anyway. I'll show you this pressure pot I want to do, but before that I'll have just this chat. He's paying out on me. 1 down, 20 more chances. Oh, good on you. Gee, I don't know. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, it's nice to know you people have got faith in me. Thanks, Trevor. Always helps. Yeah, I think I'll go with the Western Australia too and give Ray some. Yeah, they've all been cancelled. I believe Candy's gone back to NZ. I think. Thanks, Earl. See, support from a fellow brother. I like that. Oh, well, actually 6 knots if you look at one I did. Was that Monday? I think I did one. I got a kickback and put a nail through there. I'm actually going to get it and post it online and go, this is why you shouldn't backfeed on a router. But like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with they. They all came up nicely. So the idea now is we're going to route over these corners and here, and then the boxes will sit nicely on those plinths like that. So this round over will mimic this one and also here. So we can do that now. I've had several actually, haven't I? Thanks, Jeff. I'll show you what the blowout was on. I think it's still here. It was a joint project Theo and I did. Hang on, if I can find it. Or did I take it up to the house? Oh, I might have taken it up to the house. I really don't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right, this is where it all started. This is the genealogy of it all. Crikey, it's been there for a while. I should go and stick it up in the house. Put it somewhere. All right, this is what we made. Theo did these beautiful finials out of desert rosewood, and they are as sharp as needles. So, what happened was I was routing this part out here. Now, with there, the grain's running that way, but here the grain's running, let me do it on this one. Okay. When you feed the router in that way, that's good because the grain's running that way. But then when you try and feed the router in the same way on this one, you're actually running against the grain, and you're meant to run that on the inboard of the router. But I wasn't thinking, I run it on the outboard, and it caught and flew across the workshop, made a heck of a noise, And since then, that's it. The router's been the tool of choice. All right, let me see. I'll put all those to one side. I just quietly, I don't know if I've mentioned it, I'll be pleased when I've finished doing all of these. Now they're all done, they're all done. That one's got to be routed over, that one's got to be routed over. That one's got to be planed, and that one's got to be planed. And then we're looking. Actually, I might route these now. You want more router or do you want hand planing? What do you want? I'll put it up on the wall, I think. Hand planing. Okay, all right. You've had enough adrenaline for the day, have you? Okay, we'll put those back. These things here, I've got a plane. Oh, no, hang on. I said I'd show you what my idea is for, genuine old man noise again, for a pressure pot. I'll brings it in. I'm doing two. For different sizes. So my idea is PVC pipe. Oh, there you go. That's 150 mil. And then I've got some 100 mil here. I've got to cut it to size, which I suppose I can do. Theory is, if I'm doing a chopping board and I want to ebonise the timber, I'm not going to need any more than 600 that way, but I also want to do some end grain, which actually, if I do it that way, it shouldn't matter. I'm just, hang on, let me funk. I'm just funking. No, it should be all right. So I might even cut this at about 600, maybe, because I'm not going to do any chopping boards bigger than 600. Okay, so I'll cut that there, and then this, I'll no, come on, we'll go with, oh, can I? No, I'm going to have to cut that on the bigger bandsaw, so I can't cut it here. But with the PVC cement, I'll glue this onto the bottom there, and then put a beadless elastic around it, and then, when I've cut it to size, use the PVC cement and put that on the top there. That has got an O-ring in it, which will go on there. But what I'm thinking of doing as well is cutting a steel plate, whether 1 mil or 2 mil steel disc to go in there, and celasticing that on. And then I can drill through here, put a pressure gauge, put a inlet nozzle and a relief valve, which I've got the relief valve sitting here. And then I fill that with the ebonising solution and put the timber in, then screw that up, then fill it full of air. If I get a little bit unsure about if it's going to be safe, what I can do is make a steel cross brace to go across the bottom, with some nuts on it that I can put this thread in, and then I'll have a steel band around here that'll run the thread through, and then at the top have the same cross section that this pokes through, and then I can put wing nuts on it. I've also got some very big, what are they, 60 litre gas cylinders outside that are empty, and I'm going to cut the top off of those, and then if I get a bit shirty, I can put this inside the gas cylinder, pressurise it, and then if it did explode, which I'm only using 60 psi, this thing's rated at about 300 psi, so it's not going to go anywhere. And the same for that, but I've just realised I can't cut them on any tools I've got in this shed, so I'm going to have to go up to my big bandsaw shed and cut them up there. But that's the idea behind it. That way I can put chopping board material in there and leave it for 24 hours at 50 psi or 60 psi, and it goes in a lot deeper than if we just had it on the surface like we did yesterday. So there you go. Oh, yeah, oh, fresh coffee. Yes, please. G'day, Master 8 Metal. How are you? From the Philippines. I don't think we've had anyone from the Philippines for ages. Thanks for popping in. I don't mention coffee to Prunella because she will. She's got the power. She's got the power of the button now. She'll delete any mention of coffee because you're missing it, aren't you, my dear? Well, I know every time I go down the bush to get timber, it rains. Thanks, Master 8. Oh, good on you, Brian. Pick on Steve Day. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Do I have a saw? No, I go out with chainsaws. I've got a couple of stills and an oleo Mac, and I generally cut it out there to size to suit what I like. I'm cutting a lot of, or I have been cutting a lot of beefwood, which is like a silky oak, and so I've been cutting that on the quarter so I can get the medullary raised. So I've been cross-cutting with a 391 20-inch steel, and then I rip with a 381 steel. Okay, so I've got to get this stuff off of here. So let's go. And I think I'll use Lee Nelson number 3. Actually, I'm just going to, so it sits in the vise nicer. I'm just going to cut these bits off here with a flush saw, and we should be good to go. Okay, I'll do it there. Oh, I use a Japanese saw, it'll be right. Should be right. Providing you leave a little bit below the edge, you're okay. That's when you cut it too close to the edge, you're not okay. Okay, now if that creates problems because it's binding in the vise, all you got to do, get a cork block, change cameras, and you put a cork block behind there, and then you can drop it in the vise and it won't move. Now, in the past, I would use the profile bit at this early stage, but I have learnt that if you do that, you do run the risk of tearing the timber out. So I plane it down to within a mil or less of the veneer, and then I'll run it over the profile bit, which will flush it. So really it's a balancing act. If you go into using a router with too much timber, you can create a problem for yourself. But if you go too close with a hand plane, you also can create problems for yourself. And the only way to get it right is to do it wrong. Which is the way we learn anyway. Okay, that's just about... That's good enough there. That's pretty close there. That will do that. If you're really game, you can try it on a bandsaw, but honestly, for the extra bit of time it takes to use a hand plane with 99.9% guarantee you're not going to stuff it, with about a 30% guarantee you're not going to stuff it on the bandsaw, I will opt for the hand plane. This is a beautiful hand plane. So I've got about, I don't know, maybe it's half a mil there. Or maybe less. Oh! I would have had to think how to spell that, Brian. Shushing. It's nice. Who was it? The other day somebody said they were going to change their ringtone on their phone to the sound of the moulding planes when we were doing that picture frame. as I've said many, many times. I tell you what, now you can't go to the gym. There's go and buy yourself a plane. Even if it's a number 4, it doesn't matter. Go plane a bit of timber. Go to the gym, get your heart rate up. Well, if you want your heart rate up, go and buy a router. You don't have to do anything. Ooh. Did I change those batteries? Let me have a look, because I think I should change them now. I'm getting that tingly feeling that things are going to stop recording soon. Yep, okay. New batteries. Oh, there you go. I'm getting good at this. Hang on. I'm going to go quiet for a bit. Am I back? Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm impressed. So we're all good? Everyone's got sound? Oh, thanks, Brunella. Oh, you can be the chief moderator. No, you're all doing a great job. I appreciate it. No, I just got that. You know that feeling? Doesn't matter what you're doing. You go, oh, something's not right. And I just went over and it was just flashing empty batteries. So we're all good. Something very satisfying about using the hand plane too. Especially a well-tuned one. Oh, that's nice, Brian. It is, it's nice, isn't it? I wouldn't have even had to look whose comment that was, but I knew it's Max. We'll get up in the wood turning shed soon. I've got some stuff up there to do. So I've got a bit of, what do you call the stuff? She oak that split, but I want to put some black epoxy in it and see how that goes. But I think we got this for a few weeks or possibly months. So who knows? We'll get some work done. Might even finish the bed. Nah, that's. I'm looking forward to doing some work on it though. I tell you, you'd be surprised how much difference that makes having a little bit of candle wax on there. Why is it I feel as if I'm the subject of a Pavlovian experiment? What's... Okie dokie. Now, am I going to get this one in? What is it? I tell you what, when I put these dogs in, I couldn't have picked any worse position, I don't think. Now, I had a wooden dog here before. Where did I put that? There it is. I know that I had one somewhere. Okay, we'll change cameras and we'll come down this end and I'll use the tail vise for this. Put that up. Just to give you, that's the rubbish that's left over after the ebonising solution. It has been filtered. And I think I've lost a bit to evaporation, and also that bucket had a hole in it. So there you go, that's about 7.5 litres or 7 3/4 litres of ebonising solution ready to go. Mutt, stay there. Behave. Smack you. Yeah, 6 knots. You asked me before if I go source my own timber. I do, and I'm fortunate I sometimes get out with Terry Gordon when he's chasing timber, so I get some nice timber when I go out with him. But he's off in a couple of months, he said, but I don't know if I'll be going with him on that particular trip. Just try my block plane on this. Oh, good on ya. Put shavings in your water, you twit. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Yeah, look, I've got a couple of groove planes. Number 5 is a groove one. I did have, at one stage, I had a set of groove planes. I personally, I don't like them because I use my finger a lot as a guide, and I don't know, it feels weird. But there you go, that's what they were there for, to reduce the contact. Very good on greasy timber. It does reduce it. Although I saw a YouTube video and it was this guy had taken his plane in, it was a number 6. It's a 5.5. Oh, he'd taken a number 6 in to get those corrugations put in. And he said to the guy, mate, can you just machine some flutes? And then when he picked his plane up, all the flutes were going that way. instead of a long. So you got to be fairly specific when you give people jobs to do if they don't understand. Yeah, it's good on saws too. Yeah, look, that's the same with me, Dave. Sounds good, doesn't it? I like smooth bottoms as well. Where can I get a new planer blade for? Whereabouts are you, David? It's the same plane blade as the number 7 actually. So 6s, 5.5s and 7s and 4.5s are the same blade. The different ones are a 3 smaller than a 4. Hang on, let me see. Number 1's an individual, number 2's an individual, number 3 is the same size as a number 3 and a 5.25. A number 4 and a number 5 are the same size. Then a 5.5, a 6, a 7 are the same. A 4.5, a 5.5, a 6 and a 7 are the same size. And then an 8 is by itself. Yeah, 4.5's wider. Interesting to see if it reacts with the tannin in my body. Yeah, I tell you what, your gym fees are a lot cheaper with a number 4 than that bronze ductile one. You're all right, Dennis? No dramas. Ow. I'm really tempted to go to the router and knock this off. I won't. It's just as cranky. And the temptation when you're planing is, oh, I'm just going to drop the blade down, take a bit more off. Yeah, that's a good way of wrecking your job. What else were we going to do? Oh, I was going to do some flocking today, wasn't I? We won't. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll I'll route out those hearts. And then we'll flock them tomorrow. route the rest of these boxes tomorrow. I was going to cut some lids off, but I think we'll leave that until I've got them all ready. That's going to be pretty close. It's funny, I made these boxes, as I've said before, primarily for a TV show that I had in America, and not in America. Well, it's actually, I can't remember where, but there's a TV station in America that's still showing them. But in Australia, and it was 7 years ago. Didn't understand YouTube. I was just barely getting my head around a TV show. And so in 7 years, oh, you mutt. Don't like that. In 7 years, Woodworking Masterclass has come a long way. Well, I've definitely grown with it, which is, I think it's a good thing. And boy, have I learnt some stuff about computers and cameras and microphones particularly. And met all you great people out there to boot. The other thing, I was talking to Susie last night about it, it's interesting, and I know I'm repeating myself, so it's not old timers, if you know you're repeating yourself. It's good for people to see just how long something takes. And it's not a question of you stick a bit of wood in one end and a dining room table comes out the other. When you're talking handwork, it takes time. And if you go to someone and they have an hourly rate, it doesn't matter if they're standing at a lathe, using a block plate, or gluing things together. If it's part of the job, it's part of the job, and that's where your hours come in, and why a lot of times people get a bit of a surprise when they find out how much something's going to cost to get made. Even those sayings that Susie does, and okay, her machine does it, but some of those take 2 hours. And I don't mean this disparagingly, but obviously she doesn't charge the same, well, I don't know about obviously, but she doesn't charge the same hourly rate that I do. But there again, if I was working on a CNC machine or something like that, I wouldn't charge the same rate as I do at my workbench working with hand tools. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Your time has value. But you have to see the value in your time yourself before you can expect other people to pay it. And you might have to wait for a fair while before somebody actually can see the value of what you do or the amount you put on your time. But if you keep doing jobs to meet someone else's budget, you're not working for yourself. You're basically working for them without any of the benefits of being an employee. Where did my cork block go? Find it late. Oh, there it is. Oh! Well, we didn't get another chair repaired done either yet. That's all right. That's a job for tomorrow. Oh, Brian, yeah, that one. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll finish that one off. We'll do that one now. It's just, yeah, what we did, I bogged it up, Brian. I wasn't happy with it. So yesterday, we recut it and cut all the horrible bits off. So now we've just got timber there. So Senior reminded me, that's what we'll do now. We'll sand that off. And then that one's finished. Oh. Yeah, no, the room for woodwork, that went well. I enjoyed doing that, but unfortunately we just didn't get the numbers that we wanted to make it viable. So that workbench and all that equipment is now in another shed that I've got that's designated, doesn't matter, to wood turning. So when I get up there, you might see some familiar things again. So we'll do this. I'm just catching up on the chat. You have to, a real nice camera and mic setup is very... Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, it's a couple of dollars worth. In fact, when the TV station used to come out here, they had to do a reshoot for something or other, and they just couldn't get all the equipment out. And I said, well, look, I'll go and buy some. And the general manager of the TV station said, he looked at one of the producers. I was an executive producer, so was the guy that worked for the TV station. He said, oh, what's he got, a couple of DSLRs? And I must admit, I was very flattered. This guy said, no, he said, his equipment's better than what we've got in the TV station. So there you go. But it is, it's nice. Oh, look, I love those cooking streams. I said to Sue, we should do them again. Yeah, what was it? Pancakes, scones, the apple pie. We might bring that back in, or I'll replay some of those. Yeah, it was my office with a bed in it. That's it, room for woodworking. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Six Knots. You've got a pride of workmanship to walk. Because if you do something wrong, if it's got a chisel mark in it or a machine mark, that's what they'll point out. Forget it. You know, you just built the Taj Mahal and it's brilliant, it's wonderful. But there's one tile that's got a chip on it, and that's what they'll point out. They won't point out the rest of it. You ever wash your car? You do a really good job on your car and it's buffed and it's polished and it's looking schmick. I'm having a rave here. It's really good, and then some monkey will come along, oh, there's a bit of dirt on the wheel nut. Oh, don't you feel like smacking them? Oh, dear. Anyway. George! G'day, George. Welcome to the workshop, mate. Oh, that's good, Alfredo. I'm pleased. Oh, pasta. That's it. We're going to have to make pasta. I don't know. Yeah, I might do that. I might take you. Well, okay, I'll ask you. Do you want me to take some cameras and I'll set a feed up and I'll make pasta whilst I'm up there in the kitchen? All right, here we go. No, I don't make pasta down here in the workshop. Yeah, that'd be cool, I like that. Might even cook it. Tell you what, we'll do that Monday, which is, if you're up north of the equator, it'll be Sunday night. Monday morning, we'll have fresh pasta made in the workshop. Don't know if I have Bob in here though. Remind me tomorrow so I remember to bring the stuff down. Oh, that looks so much better without the bog. There you go. Yeah, what I did, Brian, I wasn't happy with the bog, so yesterday we went over the table saw and just ripped off about 1/8 of an inch all the way round, and it got rid of that unsightly wood putty. Okay, the other day that was really soft. Now if you look at it, it's gone hard. Temperature. This is my own concoction. Just beeswax and beeswax and coconut oil. We'll actually make some. I'm sure I should round it over a bit more. Later on we'll do that again. And that looks much nicer. You hear the rattle? That's my trademark. If it doesn't rattle, it's not real. So I'm going to call these rattle boards. Oop. Just lost my lid. I've decided to the next one I do, I'm not going to put dark veneer in there, I'm going to put light. I've got a fair bit of hoop pine that I'll never ever use in a large job. I might use a bit in marquetry, so I'll start putting hoop pine in there. So there you go. Which one are we on? There we go. And it looks much nicer without that horrible bog in there. So that was the lessons I learned. So that one's done. Yeah, we got a pipe. That's right. Theo and I made one. I made one and Theo turned one. It is 6 knots. It is becoming very rare. G'day, Silver. How are you? Oh, good. Good to have you with us, mate. If we can take your mind off what your personal problems are, even for a short while, or just lessen them, I'm thankful we're able to do that. So thanks for coming back and joining in. I know the feeling, David. I know the feeling. Oh, there you go. I've got a ravioli roll too. That's what we'll do. We'll make some pasta and we'll check. We'll try the raviola roller out that I made. And if it works all right, I'll make one live, one of those rollers. My first workshop literally was two tea chests wide and would have been, 2.5 metres long, maybe. I don't know. Blackwood. It's an acacia, and the stringy bits in there were jarrah. Yeah, I just wanted to do something different, Silver, so I came up with that, and I thought, oh, I like that. Mate, I'm committed to streaming for as long as it takes. There you go. I was going to announce that when my 14-day self-imposed lockdown was up. That's due to an illness in the family. But I've talked it over with Sue, and I said, look, I want to stream every day that people are in lockdown. If that's 6 months, if it's 3 months, if it's a year, if it's 18 months, if God still gives me the strength and the energy to turn up down here, I'll give you my commitment now. I'll do woodwork for you. Yeah, it's good to have sharp knives. Actually, end grain is best for sharp knives, but also costs a lot more. Oh, funny about that, Silver. In a previous life, I was a mechanic, and I was rebuilding a motor for an engine. Sorry, not a motor, an engine for one of my cars, or my only car in that stage, and I could not find the bolts for the tappet cover or the rocker cover, and then I don't know what happened. The motor might have been on a gantry, you know, on a hoist, chain lift, and I hit it and it rattled. And what had happened, one of my sons, he was a so-and-so for doing this. Yes, Luke, if you watch, he'd put all of them down the oil dipstick hole, and they were all in the sump. So I'm pleased I discovered that before I cranked it up. So, all right, now, I'll go back to this rubbish. Okay, here we go. I think I'll finish, what's the time? Oh, what I might do, I'll just finish this bit here, and then I'll just show you what you can do once you've got the box down to a certain depth. We'll finish on a high, I'll finish on the router, there you go. getting very close. I don't want to go any further than that. If anyone's new and you wonder what I'm doing, it's not a normal stream as I do one thing. Basically, what I've done is opened up my workshop to the stream, and what you see me doing isn't so much lessons or tutorials. This is actual real work in a real workshop that I have to get done. So if you see me going from job to job and you think, this guy's all over the place, it's because they have to be done. These have to be finished by Friday next week. So I've got a ways to go yet, but I'm confident I can get it done. Even if I do stop and have a yarn now and again. Tell you what, before I was doing these daily streams, I'd come down here for an hour and do a little bit, mess around and play and try some ideas, and oh, I'm tired. I'm going to lie down, go and watch a bit of telly, do this, do that. I might go down to the coffee shop. I might go and mow the lawn. I like mowing the lawn because I've got a ride-on mower. So I've got an hour and a half of just sitting there. I don't have to think. And all these things go through your mind. I thought about doing that ages ago. So I was going to do a slow TV and mount a GoPro on my mower and just mow the yard. But, yeah, that's what I was saying. But now I'm actually starting to get in the swing of it. And it's not as taxing as it was when I started. That's done, that's done. Oh, okay. Let's slide over and we'll finish on a high, we'll finish on a router. Oh, yes. Yeah, baby. Oh. Oh, you know the worst thing about that? That's, whatever you call it, I'm just going to degrease this. That ebonising solution, I had it sitting over here. And which one am I looking at there? Wrong one, dopey. There you go. And it's sort of affected me little GB router table. So I'm going to put some of that clean and degrease on. We'll see if we can clean that off. If not, no dramas. Okay. Well, we know that stuff moves cocky poo, but it's not real good at ebonising solution. Still, you don't know unless you try, do you? That's the story of life. Oh, I missed my compressor because I could dry it with my compressor. Oh, bring another bag of rags down, I think. Okay, I was just putting a bit of wax on that so it slips. And we will do the edges of these, then we'll go over and do the roundovers. Oh, and then I still haven't made the gizmoid for the other thingamajiggle. The lid for the 7-sided box. Got to do that. Okay, that's there. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. There him is. Okie dokie. Put that away, put that away. Let's go, Pinocchio. Oh! Far out. I'm either getting taller or the floor's getting further away. I don't know which. Okay. That's all right there, that's all right there. That's not all right because nothing's happening. I'll bite. Oh, that one can go in there. So I might move that around so you can see it a bit more better. Here we go. They're the trickiest bits. Getting those little bags that are hanging over the edge off. Once you got those, you're right. And then you got a flat surface to work with. make sure they're all nice all the way round. And do the top one. So that's the importance of planing it down first. I'm only taking a little bit off and I'm not getting any tear out. Just feel with your fingers to make sure you've got all the edges. That's ready to rock and roll. Same with this one. Don't pull it right through because you'll blow this end out here. So turn the box and then you're cutting in which has got support. Always feel. Don't leave it up to your memory. There's a lot of edges there you've got to do. And also by planing it down, before you do this, you haven't got an issue with going against the grain because you're not taking much off. Feel it all around. Okay, that's all nice and flat now. What we'll do now, we'll go over to the other one and we'll do a round over. And then I'll come back and have a yarn. Hang on, my TV's gone on strike. Wait a minute. Whoop. That should be a warning bell for me when the TV goes off. That's it. You've been on there enough. People are sick of you. All right, where are we? Okay. Now, I like doing the ends first and then doing the long bit after. But you'll work your own pattern out. important you're switched on. Do not roll over this edge, because that's where the stand's going to go. Totally transforms the box. La da 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 bum. There you go. And I just got a message saying my hard drive's nearly full, so I'm going to have to do something about that. But there you go. Easy peasy. You turn it from something that looks like that to something that looks quite nice like that. Bit of handwork, bit of router, bit of time, and it's gonna look good. Where am I up to? Silver's off. I just read your comment, Ray, finishing on the router. It is when it's a success. I can't help myself, mate. I've got work I've got to do, and it's better than talking to myself. Oh, thanks, T-Bone. Oh, yeah, it'll wear off, Trevor. I'm not worried about it. Which blade guard were you talking about? The one over there or the one over there? Oh, actually, I've got 9 routers, if you must know. I've got 2 trimmers, 2 Black & Deckers, 2 DeWalt's, 1 Makita, and another Black & Decker, and then that one there and that one there. So there you go. I like the so far, mate, Brian. Yeah, good on you. Thanks, Max. All right, well, that's it, because I'm just about out of puff. So we did do some things, so I'll just bring that frame up so you can have a look how that's looking. That is looking very, very nice. I'm very happy with that. So T-Bone learned how to cut a butterfly using a saw. Chopping board's come up good, me rattler. We've done a heap of work on the boxes. I've got all those stands routed. Over here, they're ready to rock and roll. Tomorrow, what I'll do is knock off the corners of them here. I'll show you how to do it. I don't like that sharp corner, so I'll show you how I round those over tomorrow. We'll also flock these hearts because we did a bit of work on those today. So I'll show you how I will route them and flock those. Tomorrow we might even start a new chair doodad repair, and I'll cut some of that PVC down so we can start putting that pressure pot together. So all in all, productive day. Thank you for your support, everyone. I enjoy it. Sue is amazed I can get so many jobs done. I've got to sand back her blender table, and I've got a couple more spindles to route on that. And then that can be finished off and get out of here. These boxes will be out of here by next week. I've got these ones here, which I partially showed you. Oh, I've got 12 of these I want to finish off, and I'll turn them into cigar humidors. They're a different kettle of fish. It's a raised top. So we'll do those. That's in the coming weeks. Next Monday, don't forget, definitely next Monday, we'll make pasta here on the bench in the workshop. It'll be fun. And yeah, I might even bring a saucepan down. We'll get rid of the glue pot. We'll put a saucepan there, and we'll cook the pasta as well. That'll be really cool. But tomorrow, we got tomorrow sorted. Always got enough work. So thank you for everyone that's been watching. If you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button, because then I know that I'm getting more people watching me and it inspires me to do more. But you people are inspiration enough that's there and that have stuck with me, and we're in day 8 and we haven't run out of things to do, and we haven't come to blows, and nothing bad's really happened. So it's all been good. So this is Steve saying, this is Steve saying, what am I saying? Yeah, this is Steve pulling the shed door down and saying, remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. That's a reminder to me too. I've got to sharpen these blinking tools. Keep it safe. Make sure you're safe. Be considerate of others. Look after yourself. Be kind to other people. And I look forward to having your company in this workshop, at this workbench, less than 24 hours time, when we'll do it all again or do something different. Till then, look after yourself. That's it. I'm out of here. And thanks for your support. And thanks for the moderators and for everyone being so nice in the chat room. That's it. I'm going to dribble on if I don't shut up. So, hooroo.